Hello, everybody. Lisa here with my next Hobby Lobby project. We're going to be doing an altered book project. I have taken a hardback book that I bought at the dollar store. Yep, you heard me right, at the dollar store. And I've turned it into something completely different. I've taken it and turned it into a journal of sorts. Now, there's a lot of terminology in the paper crafting world about these kinds of books. They can be called a smash book, a junk journal, glue books, whatever you choose to call it. You can use your own terminology. I don't call my works of art a junk journal because to me it's not junk. I like to call these memory books because you can fill them up with your memories, whether it's a trip or an event or just your daily life. It is a book full of memories. So that's the terminology I prefer to use. So my front cover has one of the Tim Holtz word bands on it. And I've just collaged a bunch of scraps here on the front. And I did use my bags of Tim Holtz scraps. I have three of them that are these really big 2-gallon bags full of scraps. And so this is what I chose to use because one, I'm still trying to use these up. And two, I wanted something that had kind of a vintage feel to it. So everything in here is from the Tim Holtz papers that I've collected over the last 4 years. So the front of the book right here, there's a place for a photo mat. I've got a pocket and some tags right here. And the focus of the class is going to be about making the book structure itself and different things that you can do with the book pages. Now, we are going to make all of the pockets that I'm going to be showing you, but as far as just pasting paper down, we're not going to go through that in class, but I am going to show you how I made all of the pockets. And there are quite a few of them in here and different styles of pockets. Here's a pocket right here. There's a pocket right here. I've got a double pocket right here that I've used a book page to create this. So there's a pocket here and a pocket here. Lots of photo mats. There is journaling opportunities as well. I've got some really light colored tags to write on, more pockets and tuck spots. So you can just, slide some things in. I did use 3 envelopes. This is an envelope that I attached, and it now is a pocket that you can slide some things in, covering up a couple of small photo mats here. Some tags made out of old time cards that I have. And I've just even taken some little tiny scraps that have some cool imagery, stapled some ribbon on it, and called it a tag. Little pocket right here. You can tuck more small, tiny things into. Tim Holtz has these little 3x3s in the paper pads that you buy. So they're really great for just using as little fold outs, sticking in a pocket. Big pocket right here. I created another one of those little booklets with the paper pages out of the book. And that just goes right back in there. I've got a die cut pocket right here. One of the things I've done with the book pages was I die cut the center of it, and I took an image and just put it on one of those time cards and then just slid it right in here. Now you can create your own image effect. If you've got a photo of a family or relative or maybe your dog or cat you want to put in there, that would be super cute too. And it just continues on. Another big pocket right here and here. Here's an envelope I made using the punch board. Just slides right in there. This is really cute. I took those little 3x3s and I lift them all together so that you can just pull them out. So you could put the little photographs from your little sprocket printers right on here. And I just used some twine to tie those shut. Another double pocket from a book page right here. More tags. I just got this little slot punch. I think this is really fun. Just a different look to the tags. And I will talk to you more after I show you all of this about what you're going to need for class and the type of book that you need to be looking for. And again, another envelope. And this time I put one of the 3x4s on it and just tied it shut with some more twine. And then it just opens up. And again, this is a pocket. This is an envelope. Another diagonal pocket here that you can tuck tags and things into. And I'm going to show you how I made this one out of the book page right here, how I made this little envelope. This is really cute, and it's a great way to use up the pages that we removed from the book because we are going to be removing some. Pocket here, pocket here. Now you'll notice that not all of my pockets are jammed full of stuff. That's because I've already jammed it full so that you can see all of the pockets. And so the book should start off fairly empty, and you get to fill it as you go through and start writing things down and putting photographs in it. So fun little fold out here. And it also is a pocket back here. And I have this little flap right here with a button on it. The button is enough weight to hold that shut so that it stays shut. I thought that was really cute. Another pocket right here, nice big pocket. More pockets here. I have a little file folder die, and again, the little button closure, and this just folds open. So you could write little secret love notes or something in there, or even just put some little tiny photos in there. And I just used up some more paper for background there. A few tabs, just 'cause. Nice big photo opportunity right here. More of the little 3x4s. I really was trying to use up as much of this stuff as I have without actually cutting it and making more small scraps. I went through and picked out all of the largest pieces that I had left and just started laying them in the book. I was going back and forth and back and forth and thought, okay, I've got the biggest pieces that I've got left in the book. So let's go ahead and glue those down. And then I started gluing down a lot of the smaller ones. Little pocket here, just chock full of little bits and pieces left over from paper. My last envelope here, here's a little fold out. And it just goes right back in this little pocket right here. Here's another one of those windows. Isn't she pretty? That's one of the Tim Holtz's dead relatives. I know that's a lousy way to put it, but found relatives. I think that's what he calls them. Envelope here in the back, and it's just held shut with a little band right here. I really like using this technique. I think it works well, and I did leave it open, of course. I did do a little bit of stamping through the book. And that says, what if I fail? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? Isn't that cool? And then the very back. And I did leave this one plain so that I could, at the end of my story of filling this up, I can actually do a little bit more writing here in the back of the book. And I did put a pocket right here in the front and the back so that I could actually take all of the things out and put them in the front of my book. And then I've got things that I can pull out, write things on, put a photo on, and then stick it on a page on the inside of my book. So I really like the way this turned out. I think that it's really super cool and it's really super cute. So what are you going to need? First off, you're going to need a book, obviously. I'm not kidding when I said I went to the dollar store. I was looking for something very specific and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. One of the things I was looking for was a book that was completely glued, that had a case binding where all of the pages are actually glued. A lot of books are put together in signatures. They're folded pages, and then the folds are glued into the back of the binding. We don't want any folded pages in there. So you need to check this out really carefully and make sure that all of these pages are glued. If you see anything that's folded, that's not the kind of book that you want. I will caution you to at least take a flip through the book and read some of the sentences and things in your book. This particular book, I'm really sorry to say that I had to go back and cover up some words with some word stickers that I had because the language was not very polite. Okay. So there's a lot of cussing in this book. And I didn't flip through the book before I bought it. I just bought it, took it home, started working with it, and I got to the point where it was too late to start over. So I just went through and covered up as many of those words as I could find with little word stickers that I have. Here, this is covering up something underneath, but it says adore yourself. So I thought that was kind of cute too. So something to be cautious of. Make sure that you're at least reading the print in your book. The book can be any size, but no larger than 325 pages, no bigger than that. 300 to 325 is what you're looking for. And that is the perfect size for this project. This particular book is it's about 9 by 6. My cover is 6 inches and it's 6 by 9. And it's the perfect size. It's not too big. It's not too small. It really is the perfect size. Paper, decorative paper. You can use whatever you want to use. There's no right or wrong here. You could pull out leftovers from 3 or 4 or 5 different collections. Maybe you've got scraps of Tim Holtz papers like I do. I have scraps from all of these 8x8 pads that I've used and the 12x12s over the last 5 years. So I still have scraps that I'm working through. You will need 3 envelopes. They can be any size. They can be any size as long as the envelope will fit from here and not land all the way onto the spine of your book. Perfect. As long as it fits in your page, that's all we care about. Any size, any color. I've attached 3. You can attach as many as you would like to have. Glue for this book. You will need your regular paper glue, and the regular paper glue I'm using these days is still the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. They've labeled it tacky glue now, but you do not want to use a tape runner, and we do not want to use score tape for this project. You need wet glue. We do not want to use the clear glue, the Fabri-Tac, anything like that. You need something that's going to be really easy to work with. So this is what I'm recommending. And of course, your basic toolkit. The focus of the class is going to be how I made the book, and I'm going to walk you through all of the large pockets that I have made out of the pages we take out of the book, and some of the elements that I have done. We can do this in class, this little pocket page here. We are going to put all of these pockets in that I have shown you that were made out of the pages of the book, like this one here. We're going to do those together. And then some of the die cuts that I have done, we will do those in class as well. That little pocket page, I'm going to show you how I did this. If you have a decorative punch, you may want to bring it with you, but that's not necessary. You do not have to have one in order to do this. I did use my corner rounder on some of the different elements in here, but not always. So that is my next project. Your envelope punch board would be handy. Okay, so this is my next project for Hobby Lobby, and I do have another journal type project coming up after this one, so stay tuned for that. So for this class, make sure you check the Hobby Lobby tab for all of the details and your complete supply list, and I hope to see you for this class very, very soon.